Okay, we're going to start by painting out our support zone at previously lower levels where price has run away from. So you can see at this level, that's typically where all the previous limit orders will be sat that weren't triggered. We want to identify previous resistance, which is where price has reached and rejected from a number of times, which you can see here. I'll paint that red. And if you want to take your Fibonacci tool, pull that from the top of the range to the bottom of support, and then extend that across your screen. Now what you'll notice is it will paint further lines above 1.618, 2.618 and the 3.618 Fibonacci levels. Now when price hasn't been to these levels before, this just gives you a bit of an extension tool you can use to show where resistance will possibly be sat above, and I'll highlight that with red boxes like we've done further below. Now, typically when price is underneath these red boxes, the red boxes will act as supports or ceilings. When price is above these boxes, the boxes will act as support. So when price is above, it'll act as support below. If price is below, the box will act as a ceiling above. Now if you want to paint out your long position, if you were to enter a position here, you'd want to enter it on support, tight stop loss, and then have a take profit level somewhere around here, around 71. Maybe have a second take profit at 88,000, which is your next resistance zone, and then the 2618 above around 111,000. That's typically where I'd look to put some entries and take some risk off the table. Now what we want to do is extend this all the way to the end, and then we're going to press play on this replay trading mode, just so you can see how the Fibonacci works when we've got no trading data to go off. If this is the all-time high for Bitcoin at this point here, 64,000, how do you know where it's going to go? This is the tool we use to do that. So let's give that a go and see how it looks. So this is on the 12-hour candles, so each candle is worth 12 hours. So you can see this is over a longer period of time. And typically we're going to want to see price come down and open our long position, which is a demonstration. And don't forget, price always follows liquidity. There we go, that's our position tapped into. So like I say, price was drawn to liquidity where the limit orders were still sat. Now it's raided those. Now we can look to start to regain higher prices. But you'll notice price will respect or react off these Fibonacci levels and the support and resistance zones that we've input onto the chart. You see price there perfectly respecting that support box at the bottom, which shows it's definitely a significant level. You can do this both ways. You can use the Fibonacci tool to extend levels to work out where price is going above. You can also do it in reverse if you were shorting or selling the market. So there we go, there's our first couple of take profits broken through and hit. Now you should start to see some support being shown on these levels. Now price is above these resistance zones. You should now start to see them react as support. But yeah, like I say, you can use these to extend price down in a downward direction to work out where potential key levels are. Difference with going down is typically you're going off recent and previous market data, so it's a little bit easier than where you're at all-time highs. But there's a number of ways you can use this tool to predict or to at least project where price could move. So there we go, it's using this lower support box nicely, and once it's happy that most of the liquidity has been raided, which looks like it's going down for lower liquidity, you should start to see some positive and violent moves towards the upside. Beautiful how price will bounce in between these two ranges that we've painted out. And don't forget, these are on the 12 hours, so you can trade in between these margins. You can trade on the hourly. You don't have to play a trade out this long. You can snipe, you can scalp. Well, as you can see, there's many opportunities in between these ranges to be able to make money going up, sideways and down. There we go, there's our final take profit that would have been hit. So it's a very good tool to be able to have in your arsenal to navigate uncharted territory, especially when we're at all-time high in price discovery points, as it can be a bit daunting for people to know, am I getting in a good point? Should I be taking profit here? Should I be taking risk off the table? Should I be adding risk on? Now, have a play around with your trading view, with your Fibonacci tools. If you've got any questions, feel free to contact us. We're Crypto Disciples. Please like, subscribe, share and follow. There'll be more content like this coming your way, and I hope you found it useful. Happy trading, green candles.